Good evening. Or is it morning or afternoon? Hard to tell without a sun, isn't it? No, it is most certainly night. Or moonbirds hooting wouldn't make sense at all. Speaking of sense, will you help an old bird find some in this story? Fire up these dusty murals in the right order, and you will receive a present, a little gift, yes. Bring the fire to the story. Ended with a great, gruesome beheading. And as the heads roll, the time of the Milgrim begins anew. Once upon a time, the Milgrims lived in peace. The valley was taken, but then began the battle of the bodies. Intriguing. Peace ended when the violent sun bodies invaded the valley. The valley was taken, but then began the battle of the bodies. Intriguing. And as the heads roll, the time of the Milgrim begins anew. The battle ended with a great, gruesome beheading. The valley was taken, but then began the battle of the bodies. Intriguing. Peace ended when the violent sun bodies invaded the valley. The battle ended with a great, gruesome beheading. Once upon a time, the Milgrims lived in peace. Peace ended when the violent sun bodies invaded the valley. And as the heads roll, the time of the Milgrim begins anew. The battle ended with a great. Peace ended when the violent sun bodies invaded the valley. The valley was taken, but then began the battle of the bodies. Intriguing. And as the heads roll, the time of the Milgrim begins anew. The battle ended with a great, gruesome beheading. Once upon a time, the Milgrims lived in peace. Peace ended when the violent sun bodies invaded the valley. The valley was taken, but then began the battle of the bodies. Intriguing. As the heads roll, the time of the Milgrim begins anew. The valley was taken, but then the battle ended with a great, gruesome beheading. For time immemorial, the Mogrims had lived in the valley in peace, sharing good eatings and howlings around their fire, which they had inherited from the skies. Then one terrible night came the violent somebodies. They hunted the Mogrims for sport and took their fire for themselves. But the somebodies knew not what they were dealing with, for as soon as they held the fire in their grubby hands, they began to fight one another with it. To save themselves from themselves, the cunning heads turned on their bodies and organized a great building. And so it was that somebodies became nobodies, and the bodies were exiled. A time of peace would ensue, or so the headlings thought. The last living Mogrim had been biding her time, and saw now an opportunity to return and take bloody vengeance upon the heads, who were now left defenseless without their bodies. The time of the Mogrim begins anew. A storied meal indeed. Moonbird thanks you for feeding her and proudly upholds the promise. A gift. A shard from the Mogrim's own cauldron. It looked so shiny in the moonlight. Moonbird simply had to take it. For now, she'll see you in the light.
never been much for company until she had met the other one. He had shimmering scales, an appetite for life, and carried a faint scent of rotting leaves she found irresistible. Oh, how they used to laugh at the distant stars, bitterly, together.
The howls of the Mulgrim have gone with the wind, and our headaches settled into gentle throbbing. Thank you, somebody, for you have not only graciously saved our necks, but also demonstrated the value of brain mass and heart blob working together. Could it be time for the bodies to return? We must convene on this matter, and you and your wandering flame must now leave through our gates and keep on walking the midnight walk to Moon Mountain. Moon Mountain! Here you go, somebody. This key will open the town gates. The mountain once again beckons, and the call is answered. Fare thee well, and take good care of your flame. The dark itself is hungry.
Swamp detour, huh? Hope the heads didn't give you too much trouble. At least your head looks attached to its shoulders and your friend's is, well, burning. So do not despair. Should you once again lose your way along the midnight walk, you're probably meant to. The body can be a terrible master, but a wonderful servant. Protect the spark. Find its home, won't you? See down the road. I guess you gotta lose your head before you find... before you can. No, there's nothing there. I gotta workshop this one some more. You better get going. House is restless, and I'm feeling a song shaking in my boots.